So today we are making these amazing cookies with nuts. Originally these cookies were made with peanuts, but we know lots of people are really allergic to these peanuts, so you can use any nuts you like. I used walnuts. You can, like I said, you can use any nuts you like. There is nothing hard when you're preparing these cookies. You need all your ingredients room temperature. So first we have to whip our butter with the sugar. Whipping it, you need to whip it for about 4 to 5 minutes. Your butter has to become really fluffy, white, really nice consistency. And then we will gradually starting to add all the rest of the ingredients. There are not that many. And then we start mixing really well our dough. Don't mix it for too long. Otherwise our cookie will not be nice and crunchy, they will be hard and unpleasant. So mix it, but not for long. And then we have to roll our dough, not too thick and not too thin, about 5 millimeters, 7 millimeters maximum. And you need to cut rounds of these cookies. If you have nice cookie cutter like in shape of the flower, it's even better. If you don't have it, don't worry, you still can make these cookies. Just use your glass or your cup and make just the rounds. And then you need some cookie cutter or smaller like glass or shot glass. You need to cut middle of this cookie too. Then take all the dough, you will be using it again, and the cookies that you made, put it on a cutting board and put it in the fridge or better freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. They will harden a little, and later I'll tell you why it will be easier for you to manipulate them. And while your first batch is cooling in the freezer, you're making second batch, and so on until you have no dough left. While your cookies are still in the fridge or in the freezer, you need to cut your nuts. Better if you cut your nuts with your knife, not in a blender or food processor, because we need nice crunchy pieces of nuts. We don't need to cut them like in a powder. It's not gonna taste good. Also, you need to make egg glaze. Basically, you need an egg, and I also always add a little bit of cold water, mix it with the egg really well, and it's much easier to apply this egg glaze on the cookie or on your cake or whatever you're making. Then we take our cookies out of the freezer, put them on the baking mat, on a baking sheet. I put first our egg glaze, and then I take a cookie and dip it into our crushed nuts, and there you go. Your cookie is covered with the nuts and it's gonna taste amazing. So press your cookie really well into the crushed nuts so it sticks, the more the merrier. When you're done with that, put your baking sheet full of cookies into the preheated oven, bake it about 15 to 20 minutes, and your cookies are ready. They are amazing. They're light, they're crunchy, they're not hard, but they're soft but not too soft. You have to make them and you have to try them, and then you'll tell me how amazing they are. So let me know if you made them, if you tried them, and I'll see you in the next video.